Is that a spider?
Yeah.
There's a big spider behind me. Anyway. The sun just came up. You wandered out of the room and I couldn't reach your stuff, so you got a little attacked and there's leftovers. Anyway. Like that. Let's see, I've done a couple of things since yesterday. I went and, for one thing, lurked, you know, away from the keyboard, at the witch droppers, so we got, there's still 2 or 3 stacks of gunpowder there, otherwise I converted it all into, I have, that's entirely full, I think, of rockets, and then actually at the, monument, I threw some in the box with the arrows. Here's one thing. I went through and tore up all of the rails. We still have a couple of boxes full of minecarts to figure out what to do. We can use them in machines if we want. They're useful for things. Yeah, the tracks are gone. That means the turtles are apparently going to live here now. Still have minecarts, but whatever. Let's see, this is the box we just been throwing stuff into, which I'm going to get to in a sec. This is, I went into the nether and got, found a couple of gravel deposits, cleaned them out. So we're going to want that for concrete. We're also going to want sand, to which end we've been leveling what's around here. And the third component, you can't just make concrete. It's not like, it's a bit like a shulker box or glass or something where you can dye it any of 16 colors. The difference is you can't just make it without a color. So for that, I've got I added a kind of a little thing to the sorting system over here. Which is really, it's not that the sorting system is full, it's, although it probably is pretty close. The line leading to it from out of the, where the things get killed, to the dropper that throws it upstairs, that's all, why am I, okay. That's all weirdly full, I don't know why. But, we've got the box here that has roses coming in, and it has that many right now because I cleared it out and threw it up higher, and it's now, the roses are, leaking into here, into that, into there ultimately, and it's all coming out as, bone meal so we can make white dye, because if we're going to make a house out of concrete, I figure white dye is probably at least, usually it's the best color to have.
So a bright, white, modern house.
I've tried doing it in other colors, and even the light gray just looks really dark. Unless you have like significant lighting, like way more than you would ever need for just to prevent monsters. White doesn't really glow in the dark. It's just it just kind of works.
It's fine. I kind of figured that's what it would be because beach, modern.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a really annoying white.
So, and I can just convert this immediately. So, probably even have more dye somewhere. But dye to, if we make concrete, concrete is 4 things of gravel and 4 things of sand. So basically however much gravel we have, which I guess is really what we're low on technically, we need dye for every 4 bits of gravel. Well, there's that. I can just turn into dye. There's gray dye, which I don't want as such. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we'll end up with enough one way or another. But it doesn't really hurt us to grab this stuff for now, and if it's there to be grabbed. We could talk black dye for reason. I'll grab it. Start consolidating that into one spot. I don't know how much of this we have anywhere. I guess it would make sense to... Oh, found some. So there's that. We could stain glass with that, because I think a white house with black stained glass would probably be pretty neat looking, and then we can do whatever else to it as, you know, we get to that. Let me get back to you real quick. And we'll talk about my next plan. Because I've been thinking, while I wasn't here, about ways to do things, the house in general, and something occurred to me that there's a... Let me out. Come on. It's just because I'm recording. I don't know why it makes a difference. Well, I do know why. It's a matter of splitting the graphics card into other projects. But,
processor.
well, that too. So let me get that done. That.
I think I may need to leave the gravel getting to you.
Yeah, well, if you're... Yeah, it's in the nether. I can show you how to do it.
Well, I just grabbed some from that pond, and I got a bunch of flint.
Oh, you don't have... I got Silk Touch on mine.
Mm.
That makes a huge difference. Just stash all this for now. That would be a reason to have more sand than gravel, by the way. Well, for one thing, it's easy. But also, it's we can melt it into glass and stain it. So here's what I'm thinking. It occurred to me that this is just a basic... This is a map that I don't want to keep. It just didn't work. I have it. It's redundant. It's over here. I think it's like right there, maybe. Or there. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is... Okay, we can put... We know this much. Put a one of these on a wall. And then put... I didn't really mean to do that way. Well, in theory, put a map in it, right? We know that because that's just how it is. We can also... Are you joking? I can't click on that to pick... That's weird. Whatever. As of the last couple of versions, I totally forgot this was a thing until I didn't. You can put it on the ground, which means we can do a floor map instead, and which, for one thing, would be a lot more readable.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now you're just like, what the hell is up there? And it wouldn't really matter. We wouldn't have to worry as much about space as long as the room was big enough to contain it. We could, in fact, even make it bigger than this, although that might involve renaming the H1, etc. But here's what I don't actually know. I've never tried this. I don't know if these will waterlog. Ooh, promising. So we could actually like make a big swimming pool and put the map on the bottom. If for some reason that sounded like something we should do. I don't know what that reason would be, but let me see if it actually looks like something you can see. While you're underwater, I don't know. It's visible. That's really cool. That is very much something to consider.
Seems potentially annoying.
Well, yeah, but certainly we can make a floor out of it anyway, so that's going to solve a lot of our space issues. Because I've been trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to... Either leave this here and build the house to allow for it, and you have to have some backup room to even see it. Or move it and have the house up. But, you know, if we can just put it on the floor, then we're done. I mean, we're not. We have to do it, but that aside, it's going to be relatively simple. Alright, so now we have a bunch of stuff to talk about. None of these boxes is actually empty. I filled them preemptively with sand. There's wood right there if you want to make a few more boxes.
What happened to the other boxes that I put in here?
I put them in here. I forgot. Because, you know, they don't really... We'll just do this, yeah. It doesn't terribly matter where I put these. I can just do this with them. It doesn't really... We'll just do that. Give me one of these. And here's the first step in... 1, 2, 3, 4, say. We'll just... Since it's going to be a thing like that, it's going to be... I don't know why I just did that. It was really stupid. It doesn't really matter. It just was really stupid. It's not what I wanted. That's 4. And then we go back and find that, this stuff. So if we can just do this right now. And Does that have to be like that, or is it just how the system... Because it looks weird. I guess it works. So, we get 8 because there's 8, so we get 64 sets of 8. Or 8 sets of 64, pick one. You know, that's what I'm counting on.
Okay.
I don't know how much we're going to want. I would say we don't have much else to do with gravel that I can think of. You know, what do we need? Dirt doubling?
No.
So I say we just do that, and then go find that box I put down, wherever it was, and we just start loading up white concrete, which for now is just basically flour. And then we can, I really don't know why I'm focusing on this. I'm just going to use it all up anyway. Keep doing that. What? I lost something. Ah. So, make another thing of these. And that gives us that. The thing with this is, you can just put it in the water. And it will, I can even show you something neat about this. If you put it, let me put it on the sand for a sec. Here's one, I have a lot of these, okay. Here's a method for, every time I do this is right when something gets itchy. This is how we get, it's concrete, I don't even know what you would, I don't know if there's a name for it. Right now it's like powdered concrete. You can almost say it's more like cement, and when it gets wet it becomes concrete. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that water is what turns this into actual, you know, blocks. Because right now it's just sand that happens to be white. Is it like really nighttime again?
Yes.
You want to go home for a sec?
Okay.
I'm done up here. Not that, you know, I just, well, you didn't know you got killed, so it's really about the same as sleeping.
I didn't get killed.
I thought you did. Oh, you dropped out because something froze up.
I couldn't go to bed because of the monsters nearby, so I just dropped out and let you, cancel out the night.
Right. Well, I'm here. I know this is in here. So now we have that pillar of sand, which I'm sure is, you know, really exciting to any Endermans around. That's sandstone. Okay, yeah. That pillar of sand, if I just, well, there's two things I can do with it, technically. Once I get over here and lose the sand, because I don't really need it on me. I just thought I'd bring it along. So if you just, you know, hit this with a shovel, you get concrete back. And then this stuff, which is just, yeah, white concrete powder. That's worth remembering. And then, however, if I take out the sand or just put it in the water or whatever it takes, that becomes actual white concrete. Instead, I don't know why did I point at it. I meant to. White concrete. Instead of concrete powder, there's a difference. And now you can't hit it with a shovel. I don't know why I'm mentioning this. It's probably fairly old news. But if I hit it with this, the next one pops down, and I can actually just basically do this. Which, given the ceiling, we could build up a tower that was 3 stacks high. And,
well, if that's something that you want to do, I can do this part.
I'm not done.
Ah.
I just figured I would use up this stack if I ever get through it. And there should be 63 of them because I made one. I took out a powdered one little float, but I guess still gotta find them, kind of. Oh, there's one, for example, 28. 33. 38. And there are a bunch on the ground, which makes some sense. 63. Okay, so that's now concrete that, you know, doesn't fall down if you break it. It's just an actual block. And when it's a block that you make a house out of, it actually looks pretty good. As long as you don't, you know, focus on the bounding box. If you stand far enough away, you don't get this.
Yeah.
It looks pretty modern house-ish to me, I think. And it's better than, we used to use quartz blocks, which are, I don't know if they're more expensive, because, I mean, you can get a lot of quartz with Fortune, and it's all over the nether, but...
I don't think I've ever actually seen a quartz block, so...
Oh, do I have any quartz around here?
Probably.
Not exactly.
And right over here.
Is it? Oh yeah, that would be over there.
We also have a bunch of netherite. Not netherite, sorry, netherrack.
A bunch of netherite.
Yeah, well...
Well, show me where that is. Quartz is just... It's a block. There's no denying it's a block. So, if, they're not exactly the same, but they're similar. So if I had these in here, you'd see they're not... You could also these days use bone block. See, it looks somewhat solid, but it's still got the whole... And then bone block has this kind of weird shading to it that I don't really like. Plus it's bone block. It's just useless. If a creeper happens, it goes away. I think concrete is relatively... Does it tell me what the blast resistance is? No. So anyway, what... Did I get 10 of those? What happened?
Mm-hmm.
How did I get one left over?
You got 9 of them.
That's what I thought. So how did 8 become a block? No, I got... What the hell? How many of these does it take to make a block of quartz? Is there something else in there I'm not aware of? Oh! I thought it was 9 by 9.
Oops.
So I was wrong. Who knew? I really thought I don't know, or not 9 by 9, that's 81. 3 by 3, but it's not, apparently. Alright, so we got some stuff to play with here. What I'm thinking as far as, where's a powder? That's not even the right box. What I'm thinking with, I'll just throw this in here. Sand is left over from somewhere. We can actually design a thing, technically, that would... Well, okay, there's still a couple other ways to handle this stuff. If I can figure out where I keep putting it. One I can't do anything about. I gotta go get something, or make something, or I might have... Damn it. I don't have a... Do you have a bucket?
Not an empty one.
Well, what's in it?
Oh, I've got one with water in it.
Okay. Another thing we could do, granting that we don't have a lot of torches around, is decide that our house looks like this. Okay, that's not what I wanted. And, let me see that. Yeah, my next magical trick, if we just set this down, it should, we can basically just harden it. A little like dumping water on lava to get obsidian is an option. So if we want, I mean, it's a little hard to get a doorway built that way, although you can just chop at the doorway when you're ready. That really looks like a modern house. So we have that option, but yeah, what we could do is design kind of a piston-y thing that would allow us to set this stuff down in one spot. I mean, really just right-click it forever and ever and ever. And it would push it somewhere. Or you can... You know a really simple way to do it? Let me get a hopper from somewhere. Do I have any hoppers? I don't know.
I think I saw one over here. Yeah, there's one in the junk chest for the maps.
Okay, and then did I use up all those boxes? Probably.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to find me a box from, I'll throw this in here for you because I don't. Well, actually, I'm going to need it.
Okay.
Let me just have some of this stuff after all. And That's about perfect. Oh, well, actually, we have this right here, which would be a pretty... We barely need the hopper. But let's say we had the hopper, like, here. Well, I don't want it right there, though. I want it somewhere that I can control the something. If we had a hopper going into the side there, which is what it does now. I guess just use this sort of stuff. We can, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that might be the right size. I'll know more in a sec. If I just put this here, how far does it go? Oh, one too many. Put that there. And I'll just set this down where it prevents flooding. There's no torches, I'm not too concerned. That should go straight to the hopper. So if you just do this, basically, stand here and probably hold... Well, it might be better if we didn't have that block there, but once it's in place, it just becomes water. No, damn. Okay, hang on a sec, I gotta go down one. And then, arguably, hold right click. I might have to have a better block behind it. 1. Did I go through it?
Not yet.
And then, you know, you can actually, I'm gonna run out here in a sec. That all should be in there. If we had a couple of boxes to put right here, that would catch everything. That would be a relatively quick way to do it. And then, well, here's your bucket, by the way. There's a couple of ways you could actually have a dropper throw it at you until you never run out. But with 2 of us, we could actually just throw it at each other. It's probably fine. Really not thrilled with what that is. So let me find something. Don't need this here anymore.
Nighttime again?
I know. Oh, I should have obsidian somewhere. That would be a pretty good backdrop. You could also just use wood. It's pretty hard to pickaxe through wood, to be honest. I'll just do that. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to... If it was a long time for some reason between things, I'd be concerned about it, but there's wood.
I have a funny feeling I'm going to be spending a lot of time cutting down a tree.
Why?
Because we're going to need a lot of boxes.
Well, yeah, that's true. But that's just how the game is, mostly.
I don't mind. I really like my axe now.
Yeah, yeah. Netherite and efficiency and unbreaking and mending and whatever else is on it. Probably about it, huh?
Efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, and mending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got Silk Touch on mine, so there's rarely anything I wanted. Well, you can't even put Fortune on a hatchet that I know of. Maybe you can. I've never tried it. Well, I probably have, but not lately.
I vaguely remember you can put Smite on one, but...
Yeah,
I mean...
well, that makes more sense, though. What did I just pick? I picked up one of these. I could put that anywhere. I'll just do this. So, yeah, if you want to take... I almost wonder what would happen. Well, I know exactly what... Where's that bucket?
The one you gave back to me?
Yeah. Fill it with water.
Got it.
Let's just do this. You see the end of where I just put that?
Yeah.
Dump it in there. I don't really care about this stuff. I'll throw it, I might want it someday. I don't know why I would want 2 things of dirt, but we have that now. Yep.
Like that?
Well, I thought so, but now I'm not sure. I've got special shit. I don't care. Hang on. If I just throw this in, what happens? Okay. I'm starting to wonder if turning the corner was a bad idea. No, not terribly. Okay. So, in fact, if you Well, again, we could just use a dropper, but if you stand there and left hand, well, you don't have any.
Right.
A stack of this stuff, first of all. And let me go get more made, I guess. Oh, I'm holding too much to... What did I just do? Okay, that's a trick. That's why I was thinking dropper. Here, let me... Yeah, dropper would make a hell of a lot more sense. I could do that. Oh, what the hell is stuck?
Some of it's ending up back in my pocket instead of the hopper.
Well, that's okay. You could actually fill up your whole inventory. It's also going over here, which isn't perfect. Which I can't even pick it up, so hang on. Take all of that. Let's go get this. Well, that's funny. Okay, go get some cells, just make more of this after all. I lost the bot. This can just go wherever, it doesn't really matter. There's more of this stuff, yay. I'm trying to decide, how fast are you at that?
I don't know, I need some.
Oh, that's probably a fair point. Well, here's some. How quickly can you go through a stack? I'm wondering if we did a dropper, how much it would have to be delayed. In a way, it would be okay if it got a little faster than you, as long as your inventory was full, because it would just sit there waiting for you to do something about it. So, like maybe a tick. Let me think. Let me go get some stuff. So I could do an observer clock, but I think it'd be too fast. So my first question now is whether I happen to have... Well, actually I can get it because I have silk touch. Hang on. Let me see what I do have. Nope. And a dropper is just... God, just what the hell is this? What is in here that we... Which way is in? I can't see any... Oh, I see. Oh, good. Give me one of those, give me one of those, and that'll be good enough. Need some sticks, but that's easy. There's some sticks. There was a maker bot right there. So, yeah, all I really need right now is a dropper, and, okay, and, like that, maybe, and that, and probably could have recompiled the, no, I need some redstone, so I'll figure it out later. I'm almost out of time here, so if we set up a dropper that just tossed stuff basically into the water stream. Wait, you know, I'm kind of wondering how far a dropper throws something. I can always put a thing on it, it doesn't matter. If I set that there like this, and set these kind of like this, it should be a pretty good number. Oh, that took... Okay, whatever. I didn't realize I was going to linger for so long. Lever would be better than... Oh, that's not connect... I need another... Damn. Do I still have everything for that? Didn't realize I was short one. Swinging right across the damn thing. I was afraid of that. Damn, it's just really randomly... oh, nuts. Throwing it around. Oh, actually, that would have worked. Whatever. We'll just do this with it. Oh, what the hell? There we go. Throw in whatever else of this I have. Is that outpacing you too much?
No, part of the problem, though, is that it's sort of shooting directly under the hopper, and I'm not getting it.
That's weird.
So
there's a solution. Because you don't really back up a bit. By backing up a bit. You don't really need to be standing right there, so if you just stand right there, you should be able to accomplish the same thing. I think. If you don't do a lot of jumping.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, I forgot that was going to be a thing. Never mind, I guess. If it gets trapped, we'll get... Okay, thanks for standing right there. If it gets trapped, we'll go back and get it later. Get out. But, you know, whatever. It's faster than pretty much anything else we'd try to do. And if it flies out, whatever, we can even put a cover over, I guess. That would be simple enough. Just set this up so that it doesn't allow bad things. What the hell is it? Oh, that should be happening though, right? Is that going into the hopper? Oh, like maybe eventually. Tricky. That's alright. We'll get it. It's fine. We're out of time, though. Oh, and it's just not entirely helping because it's all over the place. I could put a slab in there, I guess. I don't care very much. Stop for a sec. I'll throw that there just because why not? Yeah, so... and it's nighttime yet again, what do you know?
Yeah, it's not actually getting to me.
Why not?
Come in here and look. It's going under the hopper and I can't get it.
I'm getting it.
Back up a little and
Well,
look.
why? Why would I back up a little?
When you run out.
I'm not gonna run out.
I did.
So it's too slow now?
I guess so.
I can speed it up. We'll work on timing, it's not difficult. I mean, it sort of is, but for now we'll get out of here. Probably take it, well, I can just have a bed down. We can start sleeping here if we want. But we'll get out of here and get this stuff turned into usable blocks and, you know, come back next time when we actually put it down somewhere. Maybe we'll see what happens. Alright, bye.